Hi, Geeta. Good evening.
Good evening, Miss.
Okay, so did you have anything to fix from your slides that I
So-
noted the last session?
Sorry. Oh, I haven't made some, but probably tonight will be since I just got time free.
Hmm. I asked you to add the SSS to your growth mindsets. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Hmm. Have you done it?
Just only that the revision you gave to me last
Change the
session.
Indonesian memes to English ones,
Yeah, but uh,
or you
like
can just
I
delete them
translate
completely.
them. No, I
Just use
translate
one
them.
meme.
I think I just add some text on the photo, so I didn't made edit any ones yet.
Okay then. Catherine, have you checked the notes that I sent you?
Yeah, I already fixed it, miss.
Okay, so are you ready to practice then?
Presentation?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Or is it Gita first or Catherine first? I don't know. Who's ready first?
I gotta change my clothes because I gotta turn my camera. So, but probably
Catherine.
Catherine first, I guess.
Okay,
Sorry,
not
sorry.
first. Catherine, are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Hang on, let me get my notes. Let me find my notes. Where are my notes for you?
Wait, miss. But on my last session, you told me things that I should fix, but I forgot one things. I should change benefits the benefit words with what?
Oh, okay. So you need to talk about why priority system is important, not beneficial. Or if you want to use beneficial, you need to change the title of your essay because your essay title is the importance of the priority system, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So instead of using the word beneficial, you need to use the word important in
So
your.
I think the reason why is it important?
Mm-mm. So
Wait, miss.
for my presentation, I'm going to explain why the priority system is important for students. So something like that, Catherine.
Okay.
Go ahead then. Turn on the camera, please. Remember, you're also practicing for, this is your second time, so you're also practicing for Q&A, Catherine. Prepare
Yeah.
yourself to answer questions.
Miss, in the meantime, I'm gonna revise
Yep,
my
slides.
presentation then.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Gita, you need to ask questions too, so please listen to Catherine's presentation while you're doing
Okay.
the revision. Oh, Catherine, you need to start from the beginning. As the proctor, may I share my screen, please? So from the beginning, I'm going
Okay.
to turn off the sharing screen. Okay. May I start sharing my screen and then you ask, may I start my presentation later? Hi, Sila. Good evening. Go, Catherine.
Yes, Miss. Good evening.
May I start my presentation?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'll start sharing my screen.
Okay, then.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? I'm Priscilla Catherine from GHI to Lia Sari, and today I am going to present about the importance of the priority system for students. Before continuing, I've experienced using this priority system. At that time, there were a lot of assignments from school, and I was confused about how to solve them. And then I told my mom, and my mom said that I should be able to prioritize a task. Then I tried it and it was very useful. So if you're interested in priority system, keep listen to my presentation. So this is table of content which contains what I will say today. First, introduction about the priority system, the second reason why is it important for students, and last conclusion. So, what is the priority system and why is it important for students? So, the priority system means a system created with the aim of ranking things from very important, urgent, and must be completed first until things that are less urgent and or less important. This system is important especially for students because it can help students finishing their tasks and get more benefits from the system. There are many reasons why is it important for students. The first is by implementing this priority system, you can allocate your time sufficient and then makes you pay attention more on the tasks and last give you more time to relax. Do you know why by implementing the priority system can allocate your time? Because by doing this system, we will sort our tasks from the most important to least important. We will also estimate the length of time we do a task. It will reduce the risk of working overtime to complete our tasks. For example, I will make a schedule to do my assignments, and I will do my paperwork because it is very important for me to graduate from high school. That's why I did the paper first and estimate how long it will take me to do it, so I'm not late to do it. The second is up for pay more attention to the tasks. How does it happen? By implementing this priority system, of course, we will do our tasks one by one and not do other activities while doing a task. So we can pay more attention and focus more on a task. It is very suitable for students to apply this system because, as you know, school give a lot of assignments for their students. So that by using this priority system, students can complete their assignments on time. For example, if you are doing something, you have to do other things while you are doing it because it will make you not focus on the task you are doing and even frustrating like the priority system. In this system, we will have to do our tasks one by one so that we can pay more attention and focus and get a good result. The last one that I'm going to put in the priority system can give us more time to relax. Surely, all of you wondering how is that possible? Because by using the priority system, we will carry out our tasks in timely and efficient manner. So we will have some spare time to rest, relax, and recharge our body for future tasks. You may even allocate breaks in between your tasks so it doesn't make us stressed out and tired. For example, you have scheduled all of your tasks and have done one task. It turned out that you complete the task faster than you estimate. So you can rest and take time to relax before doing the next task. In conclusion, the priority system is very important and needs to be done especially for students because it's very helpful. It can make you assign various hours one day, pay heed to the task, get rid of nervous tension or anxiety, and many reasons can be obtained when implementing the priority system. What about you? Do you also want to feel the benefits? You could try the priority system to get those benefits. This is all my presentation today. Are there any question I can answer?
Gita, Asa, Sila, Rere, and Kiro, do you have any questions? Thank you for the presentation, Catherine. I do have a question. So earlier, one of your classmates also talked about something like this, and she called it the bucket list. What's the difference between the bucket list and the priority system?
I think in my opinion, bucket list is some things that we want to get it. That's our goal. And then the priority system is a schedule that we make in order to complete our tasks.
Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the answer then. Others, do you have questions? Okay, Gita, go on then.
Okay, I actually have a question. May I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Earlier you stated that um the priority system is more like selecting one from the important one and then go from that something that you can postpone, right? And so my question is why this priority system is so important? Just I need your opinion about it, and what is kind of differences the type between the type of priority itself, I
In
guess.
my
Just
opinion, priority system is important because uh, I needed to complete my tests because my school gives me a lot of tests and I'm confused how to solve it. So I'm using this priority system so I can complete my tests from important to less important, so it can go well. Thank you.
Do we have other questions? Sila, Rere, Chiro, Azza? Catherine, I do have another question. Okay. So you said the
What is?
I have another question.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you said the priority system is a good thing to apply for students. Is it also a good thing to apply for working people? What do you think?
Yeah, you can apply for working people also because it can schedule our tasks and assignments that we should complete on time.
I see. But uh, what if we already had, as a working person, we already gave the assignment from the office and it doesn't fit with our own priority system? What should we do then?
Can you repeat your question because it's not clear?
Okay. So what if I had already got the assignment schedule from my office, but I think that schedule doesn't fit my priority system. What should I do then?
If you already get your schedule from the office, so you must complete that because the schedule from the office must be must be arranged from important and least important. So you must do by the list, by the schedule.
I see. Okay. Thank you for the question then. Oh, thank you
Thank
for the
you.
answers. Sorry. Do we have any more questions? No? Thank you so much for your presentation, Catherine. There you go. Behind the scene now. Catherine, you started your presentation at 5. You can check the time now. It's 15:41. So all in all, your presentation and the Q&A you only spend about 10 minutes. You need to lengthen your presentation. You started at 5 and you ended at 10. So only 5 minutes of presentation. Add 3 more minutes to your presentation. How to do it? Try to speak with more stresses. At the meantime, you still sound like you're reading.
Yeah.
So it's although you are reading a script, like I said, you are very welcome to create a script for your presentation, no problem. However, just like an actor, even though you have a script, it doesn't mean that you have to read from the script. Okay, you have to act it out. So at the moment, you still sound like reading. You need to give stresses. You need to act more. You need to sound that you mean it. And then you hesitated in the first few minutes, like a couple of the first minute. You uh, uh, hesitated a lot. So that needs to be fixed as well. Please go to your second slide, Catherine. Okay, you can share the second slide.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, reasons. You need to add the S. Reasons why they are important, or sorry, no, you're correct. What reasons why it is important? So not is it. Reasons why it is
Yeah.
important. Uh, in your point 1, 2, 3. So please go to point 1. Allocates sufficient time. You can add another slide to give more examples, to give more illustration to your example. You talked about what, for example, you add the slide with a biology test and you add the slide with biology test and the time that you allocate for it. And then the next one is uh, the mathematics homework and you allocate. So we actually can see how you allocate time. Okay. So it adds more visual to your presentation instead of watching this same slide for 1 minute or so. The same with point 2 and 3. You can add one more slide to each points, to each point. So it will visually more exciting to see. Catherine, this word. Okay. You still say the word au. So because. Instead of because, it's better to say it with oh, because. If you can hear it, it's not really oh either. It's not because, but because.
Because.
Okay, so there's no aus in the middle. And then your completed is still
Yeah.
completed. Remember to add the e clearly completed. And tasks. Tasks. That's also still a problem with your pronunciation. Tasks. Check one more time, Catherine. Tasks.
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 Okay.
Like,
The K needs to be clear, and then the S that follows also needs to be clear. Tasks. Go, Catherine. Tasks.
tasks.
Okay, there you go.
Tasks.
Keep practicing that because you said the word many, many times. Okay. That's it from me. Do you have any questions?
No.
No. Let me see the. Wait, hang on. I'm pretty sure I changed some parts, but your presentation was still using the importance. Hang on. Okay, surely all of you are wondering how that is. Okay, remember to change your script as well to using this because in your presentation, you set the the previous one before you fix the sentence. So surely all of you are wondering how is it possible? In your presentation earlier, you said it like that instead of saying that is possible. Okay, Catherine, so remember to follow the changes in your final essay.
Yeah.
That's it for Catherine. The next one, who's ready?
Miss, can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
Okay, wait. But I'm sorry, I can open my camera because I use phone for shared my screen.
Can somebody please help Rere to open her presentation so she can see the camera? I still need to see
Yeah,
your
sure.
face.
Just send me the link. You only the kind of.
Okay, wait. I will send my link.
Oh, Catherine, one more thing. Because you're reading a lot from your presentation while Gita is opening Rere's presentation, I'm going to address Catherine. Because you're reading a lot from the presentation, you miss to see the camera. Remember, the camera is actually not the screen. When you see the screen, you're not looking at the camera. The camera is here. Okay, when you're using the laptop, the camera is at the top of your screen, so you need to see that instead of the screen.
Yeah, Miss.
Make more eye contact.
Okay.
How is it, Gita? Have you got the...
I haven't. Still waiting.
Others? Can I, do you want me to check anything while waiting for Rere sending?
Miss, can I know my
Okay.
student card?
Oh, student card number.
Yeah, thank
Oh
you.
yeah, astaghfirullah. So sorry, Vidya, I haven't asked the administrator. Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, by the way, Vidya, that's not the template.
Huh?
What did you do with your the template is I'm going to send you the template once you completed 600 words.
Oh,
What you did is actually not quite the template. So
all right, right.
the is all over the place.
Okay,
I will
Miss.
send the template.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now? Is it up here?
Can you make it bigger?
Okay, wait. This one.
Yep, thank you. Rere, remember, you need to say next slide, please, if you want to, if you want
Okay.
Gita to.
Okay. Can I start my presentation?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. So, I hope you are all fine for today. So, before I start my presentation, may I introduce myself first? My name is Safira Nabila Putri. You can call me Rere from GHI 2. So today I wanted to presentate about maintaining mental health for students. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is my content of presentation. The first one is introduction, and then the second one is maintaining mental health effect. It's concern health, social life, and emotional well-being. And then the third one is the summary of my presentation, and then the Q&A section. Next slide, please. Okay, let's begin with general view of mental health. So, what do you think about mental health? Maybe all of you have some general view of mental health.
When we need vitamin C to make ourselves happy.
Okay, thank you for your advice. So far as I know, many people still underestimate mental health. They think mental health is just about a myth and it's not real. But and many of them they consider people who have a mental disorder is crazy. Even so, mental health is very important for our life. Next slide, please. So, according to Ministry of Health of Indonesia, if someone have mental health is disturbed, mental disorder of mental illness will arise. So next please, next slide please. So what is the mental health? Actually, mental health is a state of well-being in which individuals realize their potential, are able to cope with the pressure of normal life. Is it a work or daily life as a student? Uh, I mean that's a school, and then are able to socialization to each other. Okay, next slide please. So why is it important? For student, mental health is can affect our life as a student, and there is there is so some positive and negative impact that that's very affect our life as a student. So today I wanted to share about the positive impact for maintaining mental health. So next slide, please. First, talking about physical health context. If we have a good mental, you're not easily so tired, and then have a good immune system, and our growth is not disrupted. So I think it's mental mental health is very important for physical health context. So next slide, please. Okay, the second one is about social context. There are many correlation between social context and mental health. For example, if we are we have mental we are if we are have a stable mental health, we will have a self confidence to socialization with with another people. Besides that, in social context, if we have a good mental health, we can easily adaptable in a new situation. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, yeah, this is last but not least about emotional well-being. It's a have a big part of yourself. If we have a good mental health and stable mental health, we can feel happier and our life activity is not be disrupted, and you can sell and you can feel more peace- peaceful with your ourself. Okay, next part and next slide please. So why mental health is have a big impact for our life? Because mental health can affect our physically, socially, and emotionally in our life as a student. Okay, next part. So for three of them, we 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 must have a mental health and physically health balance each other. It's like three of them, like physically, socially, and emotionally, has to be balanced. Okay. Next slide. Okay, that is all of my presentation. Do you have any question from my presentation?
Okay, thank you for the presentation, Rere. Rere, you mentioned about mental health being a myth for
Hmm.
students. Sorry, what do you mean by that?
Okay. Many people is not many people thinks that mental health is not real. It's a, it's just like many people think that ah what is mental health? That's not real. And then they can underestimate mental health. But mental health but I think mental health is important for our life as a physical health. Yes, that is all.
Okay, I see Gita has raised her hand.
Okay.
So I have a question. Can I?
Yes.
Basically, your presentation stated that mental health is important, right? And my question is, does the environment can affect our mental health, uh, like that much, or probably it can really affect our mental health as well? That's all, I guess.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat one more time for your question because my internet connection is a little bit low. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. So my question is, does the environment can affect our mental health? Like, you know, easily to getting stressed or probably just can handle some this or that just because have a pressure from the environment itself. And then does the environment can affect our mental health? Just that.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Uh, I in my opinion, that environment, I think can affect in mental health, but you can you can do your it's like your example like in pressure. So I think in daily life we have some pressure in all time, I think. And then so in my opinion you can just you can take your time with yourself and then think about your problem or your pressure in daily life. So I think you can more peacefully in in ourselves in your emotional well-being. I think that's all for my
Okay,
opinion.
thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask,
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead, Aza.
um, how? Can you hear my voice clearly? Because your voice
Yes, we can hear the
is
voice.
low. Then how do I know if I am in unwell condition? Am I supposed to go to doctor? Then, but how with someone who don't have enough money? Are they can self-diagnose?
Ah, Okay, thank you for your question. Talking about self-diagnose, many people and nowadays is um self-diagnosed their with their mental health state, mental illness. I think just like their daily life is disrupt, is maybe you cannot focus all of the time, and then you think I think I have a mental illness. So in my opinion, if you are having that things, maybe you can use some in nowadays uh BPJS. It's available eh, available to go to the psychiater. So you can you can use that BPJS if you are have enough money, to go to the psychiater or a doctor to have a consultation. So you you can you not have to self-diagnose yourself.
Ah, I see. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for your
Thank you.
answer.
Okay. Catherine, Sila, Tiro, Keina, and Widya, do you have any questions? Riri, I have another question. Why did you choose this topic?
Okay. Thank you for your question. Uh, Actually, really love things that I really love thing about this topic, just mental health. So I have some interest with this topic because in nowadays many people is um is yeah think about mental health is not real, but I think and I sure that mental health is so important for our life. So I want to tell another one that mental health is important for our life as physical health. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the answer. Other questions? Okay. Thank you so much for the presentation, Ray.
Mm.
Behind the scenes, Rere started her presentation at 24. You can check yourself. Now it is 39. So it is 15 minutes. However, the presentation itself was only 7 minutes. So you need to add at least 1.5 more minutes, right, to your presentation. You
Okay.
started at 24 and you ended at 31. Rere, some things. The verb, what do you call that? Verb subject agreement. Your verb subject agreement. You need to fix those. For
Okay.
example, someone has. You keep saying someone have, and then it's actually someone has. Also,
Ah,
many people is. It should be many people are. Okay,
okay.
subject verb agreement. Why mental health is have a big impact? Why mental health has a big impact? Okay.
Oh, okay.
If we are have, cut are. If we have. Okay, so subject verb agreement. If you are not
Okay.
sure about your grammar, prepare your script well. So prepare the script and then check and recheck again for grammar and follow that script. Although it doesn't mean that you need to read that script, you can still memorize the script and act it out. Okay.
Okay.
Some words. Presentate is not an English word. This is for all of you. Please don't say I will presentate. Presentate is not an English word. Here, if you don't believe me, let's start by Googling for presentate. Okay. So is presentate an English word? There you go. Presentate, meaning. There you go. You can see that automatically it will lead you to present instead of presentate. Is presentate a word? No, it's not a word. So please don't use presentate. It is in the Urban Dictionary. However, Urban Dictionary is by people for people. So it's not really real dictionary. And then what else? Oh, this one, you said illness. Your illness is, please say illness.
Illness.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, you keep saying illness. So instead of saying illness, it must be
Okay.
clear, illness. And then
Okay.
adaptable instead of adaptable.
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 Oh, adaptable.
Got it.
Okay.
And then psychiater is psychiatrist. If you want to use that word, you need to know the English word.
Sorry.
Psychiatrist, also diagnosed. Okay,
Diagnose. Okay.
self-diagnose. Instead of diagnose, diagnose.
Okay.
And immune. There's a Y in the middle. So instead of immune system. Immune system.
Okay.
And what else? Oh yeah, you also use the word I wanted to explain. I want to. Remember, this is, although you are less formal in your presentation compared to your essay writing, you are still expected to use the, how do I say this? The formal form of words. So instead of I wanna, you need to use I want to. Okay, I want to. Don't combine I wanted to. It's also incorrect. I want. Okay. By the way, Rere used Catherine. I don't think you used this. Rere used a great way to extend her Q&A session. So for every question, she started with, "Thank you so much for asking the question." And then at the end of it, she actually said, "Thank you for the question," or "I hope that answers the question," or something like that. So it can add to your Q&A session, because remember, each of you will have about 15 minutes to do the whole presentation with Q&A. If by chance your Q&A and presentation are less than 15 minutes, then the proctors will probably keep asking, do you have any questions, and so on. Okay. Or if you have, if you don't lengthen your presentation or your Q&A, you will get a lot of questions. So it's your choice. If you want to get a lot of questions, then yeah. But if you want to lengthen it, this is one of the tips. So add those things in your Q&A. One, it sounds more polite. Two, it gives you more time. Three, it's also a great way for you to think about the answer. Okay, so you're actually thinking, what should I answer to this part? Okay, thank you, Rere, for the presentation.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Gita, for the
questions. Okay, next, who's going to practice? Uh-oh, here we go again.
Don't know, but I'm not pretty sure. I'm done with my revise the presentation since you add some revise. Can I? Okay. Oh, shall I start from the beginning, like ask, grade and ask
You have to.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Miss. Good evening.
Good evening.
Can I start my screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Is that on?
Not yet. Okay. It's not full screen.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead then.
is that okay?
Sure.
Can I start the presentation?
Yes, Kita.
Okay. Hello, good evening. I hope you're all in good condition. And thank you and welcome for coming to this presentation. And I studied a lot about growth mindsets among university students. I, Gita Nirvala, also a university student, also in my second year in a public college. And today I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about it. So, can you guys imagine a world without a growth mindset? What it would be? And then will something change, or probably will our life will be different? Then just let's us discuss about it. Here are the table contents that we were going to talk about. The first one is about the what is the growth mindset, and the second one is about the growth mindset for learning process, and then the third one is about the growth mindsets for learning skills, and the fourth is about the growth mindset for our studies. The fifth is about the conclusion, and the lastly for the Q&A session. So, oh my God, sorry. Oh my goodness, sorry. Uh, Basically, growth mindset is an approach to life in individual. Sorry, miss, the WhatsApp message kept coming. I mean, to life in which is individual believe that their talents and their some abilities can develop further, and people with the growth mindset can also seek opportunities to learn, gain some new skills, and they even can also enhance their existing skills. And growth mindset is also very important for university students because it can affect our learning process, our ability to learn new skills, and our studies. The second one is about the growth mindset for learning process. Having a growth mindset can affect our learning process because with the growth mindset, people can do better in their studies because they have an empowering perspective on their learning. And people with a growth mindset, or perhaps the students also, with the growth mindset can focus on the improvement and see the effort to build their abilities, and for a university student they can also see the failure as a natural part of the learning process. As a university student, I believe that every human being need to do something for process, and especially changes for better. Okay, the growth mindset can also help the university student to see a failure as a opportunity to learn, embrace their challenges, to experiment, as use the creative problem solving. The next is about the growth mindset for learning new skills. People with a growth mindset believe that talent and the ability can be developed through the training and hard work. And when university students adopt the growth mindset, they will also learn new things to grow themselves. Like, for example, in public speaking, students who have in difficulties with the developing public speaking skills, but with the growth mindset, they will continue to evaluate himself or herself, like for by persisting and learning from some the of discussion that they have been uh, gained, like from the lecturer or perhaps suggestion from the other classmates and so on that they have been obtained. The next one is about the growth mindset for our studies. Student with a growth mindset will work toward their goals, like even though that work is challenging, we will perhaps even purposely pursue that challenging topics because it's challenging. I mean, uh, because we will learn to gain the result itself. People with a growth mindset can also persist despite the failure and are more likely to see a failure as a stepping stone in the learning process itself. And also researchers that also state that growth mindset are I mean the growth mindset people are most likely active when they are told how to improve their work, and having the growth mindset is can also help us to having a positive and successful mindset, and it can also help us to determine our goals and achieving desire, and especially for university students they would probably will having a positive and successful mindset can also lead us to create a successful meaning making habit, and finally can achieve our goals that have been set. So the conclusion is, all in all, the growth mindset among university students are fundamental for us to enhance our learning process, because we will gain new skills and improve our studies. And with a growth mindset can also help university students to see a failure as a chance to learn and embrace the obstacle as a way to experiment and use the creative problem solving. And also the university student who have a growth mindset believe that we can improve our ability and our talent, and we see the blockade as a critical feedback as a technique for gaining a knowledge that will assist our learning. It's Q&A time.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have.
Aza,
Yes.
go ahead.
Kak Gita, I asked
Aza, we
how?
cannot hear you, so sorry.
Oh yeah. Now
Yeah, me too.
can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
I wanna
it's more
ask
clear now.
Gita, how do you keep your growth mindset? Mindset. Does age matter?
Sorry, Zara, I cannot hear you clearly since your voice is kind of like you're in the water.
Okay. I'll repeat. How do you keep your growth mindset? And does age matter?
Okay, thank you for the question, Zara. Can I give the answer immediately?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. The first one is, for me, in my opinion, the growth mindset is important for me to learn and to embrace myself to see the challenging process as a learning that makes me improve myself more and more and be a better person in the future. And then, sorry, what's your first question? It's that the second.
Does age matter? Our age.
Ah, okay. Okay. it is matter because when we adopt the growth mindset, uh we can learn more fast when we can exchange our thought with friends, probably with teacher or some people that help us to grow. I mean the to make some like to make for I mean for us to learn. Okay, that's all. I guess.
Okay, Kak Gita. Thank you.
Okay. Gita, I do have a question. So you said growth mindsets are important for or um, essential for university students. I can see it implemented too for working people, but what about those who don't actually work uh, in the office? For example, does a growth mindset have anything to do with, say, a homemaker or a housewife?
Okay. Can I give the answer, Miss?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Basically because it is important for everyone, and in my opinion, personally, growth mindset we can get from anywhere as much as we can because, from the video that we watch, or perhaps we listen to people that talking to us, or probably we talking with other person that probably in the college or something like that with uh they if they had ever had the higher educational, and perhaps we can get the like um a chance to embrace I mean to grow growth mindsets itself, and even though we are not in the higher education, or perhaps we are even we are not a student college, we can also develop our growth mindsets from uh, any kind of research that we have found. It depends on uh, our like it just depends with ourselves, I guess, because um, uh, if if we want, we will get something that we will learn. I mean,
What
if we
effects does it have, or yeah, what effects does it have to a homemaker or a housewife for having a growth
um
mindset?
Probably they will get the. I mean, thank you for the question. Probably they will finish the task more easily, or probably more efficiently because they have a growth mindset. They will learn. They will learn from the from the past. Because they had done the task before, because because they're having growth mindset, the housewife itself can be more confidently, or more more practice to do that kind of task in the house. Probably, I guess, miss.
I see. So it doesn't have to be about um, a high achievement or a student achievement or a working person's achievement. It can be something simple
No,
too.
yep, because everyone is deserve having a growth mindset, because since the growth mindset can we can learn from the anywhere or everywhere kind of platform, or perhaps our society in our regency, like in the neighbor, or probably in the family environment. I guess that's all, miss.
Okay, thank you for the answers, Gita.
Thank you, miss.
Catherine, Sila, Chiro, Kena, Vidya, do you have any questions? Nobody? Okay, thank you so much for the presentation, Gita. Okay, behind the scene now. Gita, you started your presentation at 46:25 and you ended it at 53:40. So about more or less 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes. One thing's for sure, when you talked about um, this part, may I go to your thing? So when you talk about this part, wait, where's the problem solving part?
In the third paragraph, I guess.
This one. Okay, there you go. Let me find it. Oh, this one. So when you talk about these, you were so fast that people are probably missing some of your points because there are three things here that you explain. And you talk like this: growth mindsets can also help university students see failures as a chance to learn, embrace obstacles as a way to experiment, and use creative problem solving. It doesn't give any impact to your audience. You need to split it one by one. So growth mindsets can also help university students to see failures as a chance to learn, embrace obstacles as a way to experiment, and use creative problem solving. So just cut the cut each part so the audience has time to observe what you actually mean instead of cut it one by one. Okay. Remember, it is so different between reading and listening. When you're reading, you can observe this sentence in like 10 seconds. You see it in 10 seconds, and oh, okay. You can actually observe the meaning in 10 seconds. However, when you listen to someone, you need time to process that information before you can actually observe it. Okay, so please pay attention to what your audience feel about it. Also, this part, you already changed your essay. However, you haven't changed your um, slides. This is for all of you. When you change your essay, please change your slides too. Gita, please check your slide to slide. This one. Okay. Students to see failures as, and you still have, which part is that? Please share your slide. Students see failures as an opportunity to learn.
Wait, let me find my editing slides. Okay. Can
Please share
I
it.
do?
Yeah, share
Oh,
your screen.
okay, wait. Is that on?
Yep. As you can see here, people with growth mindset. See, you already changed mindsets with S, and then you still use a. People with growth mindsets, delete the a. Persist despite failures, and are more likely to see failures as a stepping stone. Before this one, there's also a slide about failures. Please go back. This one. See failures as, no, the previous one. Okay, see failures as opportunities to learn. You already changed that in your essay, but you haven't changed it here. So see failures as, cut the N.
Where is that? Okay.
Okay, and then
Find the grammar.
slide 2 and 3, please. Two. Slide 2. Okay, what are growth mindsets? Okay, slide 3. Same thing. Okay, and then This is for all of you before I forget. Remember to turn off your notification in your gadget if you are presenting. During the
Okay, so
presentation,
remember.
there will be no excuses saying that, oh, I'm so sorry. During the class, it's fine. But this is like a test. So it will affect the way you carry yourself in the presentation. Okay. What else? Growth mindset for studies. Oh, done. Okay. What else? Fixed mindset. Done, 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 done. Okay, I think those are the things that I noticed at the moment. So there you go. To add 1 more minute to your presentation, Gita, remember to cut, if you have 3 examples, cut the examples one by one. So make it slower between the examples. So blah, 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 as a way to experiment and a creative problem solving. So give time for the audience to observe what you actually say. Okay, Gita?
Okay,
Do you have any
miss, thank
questions?
you. I guess it's enough because it's your suggestion is well
Okay.
delivered.
Okay, the next one.
Can I, miss?
Yeah, go ahead.
But before this, I totally changed my PPT because I got stuck with my first PPT, so I
Okay, sure.
changed it.
By the way, Aza, your voice is so low.
Okay, miss. Dyslexic.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's start from the beginning. Ask permission
Oh,
first.
oh yes. Yeah, it's okay, right, miss? I changed it.
Yeah, let's check then.
Okay. Good evening, miss.
Good evening.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Is my screen available now?
Yes, it is. Fatimai, your name is Fatimai?
No, I already changed it. It's loading. Ah, okay.
It's
It's
still
full screen
Fatimai.
right. Yes, miss?
It's still Fatimai.
Yes. How can I change it? Wait, I have to. How can I might have to. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. Good evening, miss.
Good evening.
Can I start this presentation right now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Fatima Azara Sakina Asagung, or you can call me Azza. I'm from GHI 2 Ria Gayung Sari. And today's presentation, I want to explain to you why bucket lists are important to our life. But before that, I'll tell you the table of the contents first. This, the first one is introduction, in the beginning, and knowing your goals, like plan goals, then motivating you by quotes, pushing you out of comfort zone, trying new things, and at the end is the conclusion and Q&A part. But before that, I wanna ask you, do you know what bucket lists are?
Yes.
Um, but maybe it's still confusing for some people. Yeah. From the name, actually, you can already know what it is. And actually, like the definition, a bucket list is a list of things or activities that you must do in your life before you die. Are you still wondering what it is? Then I'll tell my story. Actually, I have my own bucket list that I made around 6 months ago. The things are, the first one is I want to learn crochet. It is an activity that is really new for me, and also because I can make stuff like jackets, caps, and sweaters from that activity. The second, when I see someone who is ambidextrous, who is used write with both hands, I find that he or she is very attractive to me. So I want to learn it, and I already practice it, and now I'm a little bit get used to it. And the third one is my mom teaches me how to fold clothes or hijab in a neat way, but I still find it really difficult. And for a woman like me, I think I should learn it. On the slide, we can start by curious first and then get interested with it. And from that, you will get new experiences. So, story that I told you before, we can draw a conclusion that making a bucket list can start from your area. You can start by looking around at your home or any places that you find curious about it. After seeing it, you can think that it can be in your list because when you see it, it's interesting. Looking around your area can be a new experience or a new way to find things or activities that you want to place on a list that you have. Next is how you can know your goals by making a bucket list. It sounds maybe impossible, right? Like, how can you know your goals? Like, and then, are you kidding me like that? But no, no, no. Believe me that, like my experiences, before we can start, before start anything, we can start by make a simple things or daily activities that you sometimes do before. I just want to clarify that bucket list do not need expensive stuff or high expectation. If you think that if you think in that way, then you just erase that thought because you can learn from me to make it step by step, from simple to the next level. It's okay if you want to travel around the world or spend time on a cruise ship. But the important things from bucket list are that you have to list that consistently. Next one is motivational words. Sometimes looks encouraging, but over time you will get bored and unmotivated after reading it maybe several times. So, how about us who want to make a bucket list? Are we supposed to be bored or when we do it every day? Then, what is the purpose of being making that bucket list? Well, actually, believe it or not, when you feel bored, it does not come from the list that you make, but from you who do not want to try new things. Like what he said, who is Felix Yanwar Xiao, aka Felix Xiao, who is Chinese Indonesian Ustad, preacher, and the author of the book called Habits. From this book, he said that how we can make a good habit when you write a bucket list several times and try to do it consistently for at least for 3 days. He can think like that because he takes this analogy from Ramadan. When we have to fasting for a month, it sounds so hard on the first day, right? But after the second week, you will feel, oh, it's already easy. And at the end of Ramadan, you are getting used to it and not feel forced with anything like that. Next, I thought you will be surprised by him analogy, right? Because honestly, I never think that analogy before. Next, after all of steps that I tell you before, this is the last important stuff that can determine your list. It will be board list or an exciting list. So pushing you out of your comfort zone can be weird because, like I said before, we can make it from a simple things. But why now I tell you to get out of your comfort zones? This is because comfort zones are of places where you feel less anxious about things. You become less ambitious and can also prevent you from reaching new goals. I don't say that comfort zones are bad, but I just want to tell you directly that you should get out of that comfort zones because you feel it either you are in a comfort zone or out of your comfort zone. These quotes stop dreaming about your bucket list and start living it. This is a quote for us who are making a bucket list. Rather than just make a list and then you tick it, it is so different from the priority system that I know before. After you do it, you can tick it and you need to do it right away because there is a time limit. Meanwhile, a bucket list is an activity where we plan it and help us to make our life more organized. Also, there is no time limit, so you can do it before you die, like the definition in the beginning. In conclusion, a bucket list is something you should do in your life because it can make you recognize your purpose, inspire you, and take you out of your comfort zone. Then, how about you? Do you want to be a person who dreams of it and makes a list or not? Well, this is the end of my presentation. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Because like this name, questions are my favorite. Thank you.
Thank you, Azaf, for the presentation. Uh, I do have a question. So, according to you, that we need to go out of our comfort zone.
Sorry, can you raise your voice?
Okay, so sorry. So, according to you, according to your presentation, sorry, we need to get out of our comfort zone. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, but according to research, mastery of a certain things, basically mastery of things can only be achieved when you repeat the same material over and over again. It means that you need to be in the comfort zone to be a master of something because you need to repeat that over and over again, just like what you did. You repeat the process of practicing for your presentation over and over again to get the mastery, to get the expertise of it. Now, if we keep getting out of our comfort zone, does it mean that we will not be mastering things? What do you think?
Okay. Thank you for the question, Miss. Well, I think that for the beginning, we can make a list from our comfort zone because it's easy. And why in this presentation I tell you to out of your comfort zone because usually people in their comfort zone is lazy, less ambitious like that. So for a bucket list that want to explore new things, it's very opposite. I think that if you want to master it, it is okay for you to in a comfort zone, but it's better if you want to explore your uh, out of comfort zone too. Then you have two sides: comfort zone and out of your comfort zone. So it's better like that. I think that's it.
I see. Thank you for the answer. Others, do you have any questions? Gita, Catherine, Sila, Chiro, Vidya? I have another question. So you have to list that consistently. One of the slides mentioned that. You have to list, you have to make list consistently. So does it mean that our bucket list keeps expanding over time?
Pardon,
Can we
Miss,
not?
can you repeat?
Does it mean that our bucket list keep expanding over time? Can we not have one bucket list for our whole life?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you can make one for your whole life, but if it is only one, that sounds so boring. That sounds so boring, like that. So, I recommend you to make several, and you can do it. And you can do it many things. And why I said consistently, because if it is only one, we can do it. We cannot do it, but when we make several, we can do it step by we can do it one by one, like it's consistent like that. Hmm. Yeah, I think that way.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Guys, do you have any questions? If you are not, just give. Oh, Kak Gita. Go ahead, Kak Gita. If you want to ask questions.
Okay. I basically I have heard that your statement is kind of mentioned that bucket list it's kind of more important to like motivate ourselves in daily life or something like that. And my question is a bucket list is healthy for us because whenever we want to achieve that bucket list, the people that people probably being more passionate or gain some more ambitious to gain the to to talk any kind of things that they have put in the bucket list. It's the list itself. I mean, sorry, my tongue is kind of slip. That's all.
So I just want to clarify that. Thank you for the question. I just want to clarify that you are asking the impact of the bucket list, right, Kak Gita?
I can hear your voice. I'm sorry.
So you're asking about the impact, is it?
Yeah, yeah. The impact of the bucket list itself for our health because whenever we want to uh get some of our bucket list, we may probably be ambitious or being a passionate person, but it may can also lead us into a kind of more addictive or too much in work or overwork, something like that. And the problem is that bucket list is healthy for us. Yep.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Uh, from my experience, I think that bucket lists are really important for me. Are really can give me impact because when I make a list, I feel like I have a homework for myself to do it, even that's not an activity that you should do. There's no time limit, right? But I think that's can be helpful if we make it correctly. Like you can make it for spend your free time beside your school, like that. So I think that's really helpful. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Aza, I'm so sorry. I have to turn off my video. My battery is running low.
Yes,
So,
Miss.
okay, thank you so much for the presentation. Let's go behind the scene then. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to charge my laptop. Okay, so as a great job with extending your presentation. Well done. This is 15 minutes plus you actually spent about 9 minutes for the presentation and 15 minutes for 15 minutes for the whole presentation and Q&A. Now, the problem is Azza, you need to check your gadget. This presentation, you sounded a little bit far away from us. Gita agrees?
Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am, because it sounds kind of low and I can even hear your voice more clearly, but probably you can use some wire
No, the previous
earphone.
one, your previous session presentation was very clear. So you need to check if you change the gadget, the quality, or you don't change the gadget, anything.
I changed the laptop, miss.
Yeah, that's the gadget, Azza.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Astaghfirullah. So you need to find, this is for all of you. If you change the gadget for presentation, then you need to know what works and what doesn't work. You find out how you can make your voice clearer, how you can make your video better, and so on and so on. So I suggest when you are practicing with one gadget, keep it up with that gadget. So if you are using one laptop or one phone or one tablet or whatever, stick to it so you know how you can actually utilize it the most. Okay, so you don't have to keep finding out, oh, why does my sound why do I have a low voice with this presentation? Why is everybody not hearing me clearly, and so on and so on. Okay, gadget check, this is for all of you. Also, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, Azza, when you ask the question, do you know what a bucket list is? You're already showing the answer. So instead of showing, please go to your slide. Do you know what a bucket list is? Please go to your slide.
Wait.
That's why Vidya was like, yeah. Vidya, please tell me that you are as confused as I was.
The first one or the second?
Second slide, if I'm not mistaken. This one. So
Yes.
if you want to ask what a bucket list is, don't show the answer. So keep that a bucket list as a list of things. Animate that. Don't show it until you click a button.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes.
So you're asking, do you know what a bucket list is? And we can see the answer. That's why video was like, yeah,
Oh my God.
we
Oh.
know what a bucket list is because you already showed it to us. What's
Oh
the
my God,
problem?
sorry. I just realized. Oh my God.
Uh,
Okay, I'll change it.
okay, and then do the words. Please go to the third or fourth slide. I forgot.
Okay.
The next slide. Next. This one. Do every word, sorry, does every word need to be capitalized? You
Oh,
capitalized.
you mean goals how?
It really, it seems like a title. So it goes like, why does it need to be capitalized? Okay, so
Okay.
you don't have to capitalize each word. What else do I have? Oh, the first one, Azza, the very first slide.
Wait. Nah.
Leah logo is cut there.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
the sides. You can see that the logo is cut.
this.
This part. and this part.
No.
I think you might have resized it, but you actually crop it instead of resizing.
Maybe.
Okay, so check the, click it again and try to uncrop it.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, what else do I have here? So far, this is a much better presentation than the previous one. Well done with the length. And then you actually you were more comfortable with your own presentation. You know the flow better, so you can actually be more relaxed with your presentation. It actually shows in your face. So this is for all of you. When you master your presentation, that, like I said when I asked Azza the question, it is done by a research that when you want to master things, you want to be an expert of it, you need to repeat the material over and over again. Okay? Almost nobody in this world gets to do one thing expertly by doing it once. Even when you ask, say, like Einstein or something, he kept doing what he did over and over again. Even Edison did how many to actually find that light bulb? 99 mistakes with his research.
Yeah.
Then he finally got it. So don't think that, why do we have to keep doing this presentation practice over and over again? Because you need to master your presentation. You don't only just present what you know, but you are going to master it. That's what 1000 fail. If you just want to do your presentation, then so be it. You don't need the practice. But if you want to look smarter, you want to look like an expert, you need to repeat what you do over and over again. Okay. So thank you, Azza, for the presentation. It's already past 9. Do you have any questions, everyone? Before I end the session? Remember, keep notifying me if you have done anything. Azza, have you changed the pronouns of your final essays? Final essay, sorry.
Not yet, Miss.
Not yet, okay.
I
Vidya, have you added more words to your final essay?
Yes, Miss.
Please notify me, Vidya. Vidya is sick, by the way. Get well soon,
Oh,
Vidya.
Yes, Miss.
Uh, her voice is
Yes.
so deep. Okay. Sila, how about you? Have you done anything to the presentation? You need to, I don't know, work harder than the others. The others have already finished their presentation practice several times, and you haven't even got to the slides. Come on, if you want to catch up with them, you need to work harder. Keep notifying me. I'm going to share a little bit. Gita, may I share our conversation? Do you mind if
Okay, sure. Sure, just go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So this is what Gita has done. That's why she finished her final essay first, the revision of her final essay first. The moment I gave her, Gita, you need to add more words to your presentation. And then she contacted me and I checked her essay and she contacted me again saying that, Miss, I've done the revision and I checked again, there are still mistakes. I contact, so we keep the communication going. If you don't communicate with me, how should I know? Okay. What's with WhatsApp? Why is it so long to open it?
Miss, I suggest you to install WhatsApp for Windows. Probably it make your work in the laptop more easier to use. So whenever it's important like this one,
What's the difference with WhatsApp web?
it just more fast to access something else. Like when we're in the web, we have to wait like this. So in the application in Windows, you don't have to. It's kind of appear right away.
I think it's my laptop. It's not responding. Okay, anyway. So basically keep the communication going. If you have done anything at all, please tell me. Okay.
Miss, we are waiting the WhatsApp, or is it my connection?
No, it's already off. Miss said in the group chat.
Alright, bye
Okay.
everyone.
Okay, guys, have a good rest.
Yeah, wait, how about the recording though?
I don't know.
Maybe we are late.
Okay,
The
bye.
recording will
Have a
Okay,
good rest.
pass.
have a good rest.
Bye guys. Have a good rest.